Starting today's news, Nick Diaz has officially started training for his next fight. Yesterday on Instagram Live, Nick's teammate shared behind the scenes footage and said Nick has been sparring 4-minute rounds in preparation for his next fight. Although Nick's opponent hasn't been named, he's definitely training for someone.
Keep going. Have to be sure. Yeah, these are after rounds, bro. Yeah, how did we get his Strava back? 10 seconds, champ. 10 seconds left. $30 seconds, champ. How we going win now? How we going win now? 50 back in time. Yeah, man, he just finished sparring. 4-minute round sparring, 30-second break. Then he fucking does, he's on the bag. 4-minute rounds, 30-second breaks, and he just keeps going. See, clock starts again. Keeps his hands up. Try to keep his hands up the whole time. Everybody's in here. Shakur Stevens is in here. A bunch of young champs in here, man. Zay's in here. Raymond Ford, he just won the 126-pound belt. He's right there. Then we got champs in here, bro. Big rounds right here. Shakur's in here. Everybody's in this motherfucker. Jared Anderson just won his fight, so. All right, guys.
For the next story, Robert Whittaker defends Jon Jones. Speaking on the MMA Arcade podcast, Whittaker gives his thoughts on Jon Jones refusing to fight Tom Aspinall. Whittaker said Aspinall should defend his interim title against Curtis Blades at UFC 304 and that Jon Jones has earned the right to fight whoever he wants. You can find the full interview on the MMA Arcade's YouTube channel. I'll also leave a link in the description of this video.
That whole dynamic with Aspinall at the moment, what's going on?
Weird.
Is he going to defend an interim belt?
Yeah, he absolutely is. Look, Dana said Jones is fighting Stipe. That is happening. And either Tom can sit on the sidelines or he can fight. And if he fights, he's defending an interim belt. It's so weird.
And you know, if UFC are giving him the opportunity to defend the interim belt, understandably, it's not the belt, but he'll still be paid pay-per-view money. He'll still be paid championship. It's a way to keep him going, you know, for him to further his goals. He gets better with fights. Like, what do you do against Jones? You know, Jones has done so much for the company, for the sport. It's very hard not to play into his, like, to respectfully give him what he wants. He's at a point where he can kind of lean on the company and lean on the things he's achieved in the sport to be able to do that.
Just before we get into the next story, I wanted to let you know I've launched a mentorship for small YouTubers called YouTube Launchpad. Recently I helped this creator reach 4,000 subscribers in 30 days. I helped this creator reach 75k subscribers in 10 weeks. I also helped this creator get monetized in less than 7 days and reach 165k subscribers. Whether you make gaming content, sports content, or vlogging content, I'll personally help you grow your channel from 0 to 10,000 subscribers and make your first $1,000 in 90 days. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description. But anyway, let's get back to the MMA news. So Alex Pereira accepts Jon Jones' call out for a heavyweight title fight. Speaking with MMA Kings, Pereira reacted to Jones' call out saying, "Yeah, it caught my surprise, especially after I saw the first message. I didn't really expect to see that this morning. I know we've been doing a very good job. There's all this hype around me right now. I spoke about going up to heavyweight to fight on this card. I knew it to catch some eyes eventually. I didn't expect it to be so fast, but I was very honored and it was a very respectful message, so it was fun. That's definitely a fight I would love to do. For me to move up to heavyweight, I need some time, but not that much time because I'm already a big guy. So if they give me the green light and say, hey, this fight is happening, I'm 100% getting ready." For the next story, Tony Ferguson says he's been offered a grappling match against Charles Oliveira. On his Instagram story, Tony posted this photo saying, "Told you I'd see you soon, kid. Champ was offered a grappling match against good old Charlie Olives, aka Chuck, for UFC Fight Pass Invitational. Champ shit only." And for the final story, ex-UFC fighter Sean Loeffler has been sentenced to 2 years in jail for domestic violence charges. Loeffler was signed to the UFC back in 2012 and was set to make his debut against Buddy Roberts at UFC on Fuel TV 1. But backstage before the fight, Loeffler suffered an injury whilst warming up, so his fight was cancelled and he never made it back to the UFC again. In court on Tuesday, Loeffler was sentenced to 2 years in prison after accepting a plea deal, pleading guilty to multiple felony domestic violence related charges. One of the victims released a statement saying, "He told me dead in my eyes, you know I'm going to have to kill you, right? One time, he literally picked me up by my throat with both hands and threw me onto the bed. Strangulation to the point of passing out and twisting my hands back, slapping me, hitting me, kicking me." On his YouTube channel, Sean Loeffler released a statement during a phone call from prison. Loeffler said he believes he's been the victim of a smear campaign and irresponsible journalism.
In response to the media coverage of the unfortunate circumstances that I put myself in, I would like to address the public. This will take a few minutes. I, Sean Loeffler, made a mistake and am suffering the consequences of that mistake. I've recently taken a plea deal for criminal threats. Despite the spread of misinformation regarding the type of charges, it was charges for criminal threats. I let Ambien and alcohol dictate my reaction to finding out that my ex-fiancée was cheating on me. I did not react appropriately to the infidelity by saying extremely admonishable things to my ex. It was wrong. I had no idea that it was against the law to say such horrible things, and am in no way discounting my responsibility for those words. Unfortunately, my ex and her friends have begun to slander and spread misinformation about and falsification comments by my ex and her friends stop. Yet, I cannot control another's words, just as I did not control my own. If I could control others, I would have prevented myself from being cheated on and then no verbal response at all. I apologize for my reactions and am paying the price. I will be incarcerated for a few months and then continue my mission of helping as many people as I possibly can. On a separate note, I think the majority of us in society are well aware that we have a broken justice system that railroads people in the public eye and most underprivileged and minorities. This experience has made me now more aware of the terrible legal system that forces the accused to accept plea deals because the punishment for proving erroneous enhancement charges is simply not worth the risk in this corrupt system. Also, the incarcerated environments are inhumane and terrible. When released, I will pursue civil rights movement to combat and improve the system as much as I can. To the people that continue to slander and lie on my name, shame on you. You're taking part in verbal rhetoric no better than the words that hurt people that landed me in here. Please don't believe the begrudging words of someone that refused to take responsibility for their actions if I have taken responsibility for mine.
So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.